This is Pekka Pasta, and he is the greatest goaltender of all time. And I'm going to be putting him on the greatest team of all time, and we are going to see how many Stanley Cups I can win as the starting goalie. This team is more juice to the gills than Brock Lesnar was back in the UFC. I mean, first line, Lemieux, McDavid, and McKinnon. Speed and size and skill. Second line, we got some of the smartest hockey players of all time. Crosby, Gretzky, Draisaitl. Then we go Nikita Kucherov, alongside Alexander Barkov and Gordie Howe, Yager, Point, and Maurice Richard as our fourth line. Defensively, we got Lidstrom and Makar as our top line D pair, Hughes and Bobby Orr, Paul Coffey and Ray Bourque, and then of course the best goalie that ever was, the best goalie that ever will be, none other than Pekka Pasta at a 99 overall, and he's got his favorite goalie in Roberto Luongo backing him up along the way. No surprise here at the end of the season, 78-4-0, absolutely lethal, the greatest record in NHL history, 156 points. We obviously won the President's Trophy. I mean, Winnipeg was up here, Tampa Bay had a good season, Toronto and Carolina all in the top 5. Connor McDavid led our team in scoring, 110 points. Gretzky had 108, Leon with 102. I mean, Mario Lemieux had a 62-goal season, so he was definitely our number one sniper. Makar had 90, Nathan McKinnon was up there. I mean, a lot of guys chipped in on probably the greatest offense of all time. Oh my God, Pekka Pasta, only a 909 save percentage on this stacked team. Luongo didn't lose a single game all season. He only played 24, but I mean, 4 regulation losses, 5 shutouts is good, 54 wins is a record-breaking season. Braden Point's going to lead the league in scoring. He had 123 points, and on the goal side, it would go to none other than Mario Lemieux with 62. In round number 1, I did put myself in probably the toughest division in the entire league in the Atlantic, so we got Ottawa in round number 1, then either Tampa Bay or Toronto in the second round. Not really shocked that we would go ahead and end up sweeping in round number 1. We now move on to a much tougher matchup in the Tampa Bay Lightning. Not going to be easy like it was. Okay, never mind. We are literally up 3-0 right now. Heading into game number 4. Hopefully we can get the job done. And there we go. 8-0 to start the postseason. Exactly how we drew it up. We move on now to face the Carolina Hurricanes in the conference finals. Who knows? We might go undefeated in year number 1 for the playoffs. Well, I absolutely jinxed us there. We lost in game number 4. Can we eliminate them in 5? Yes, we do. And now in the Stanley Cup Finals, we play the Dallas Stars, a very strong team out in the Western Conference. We actually tie the first 2 games. Heading into game 3, we win that game. Game 4, there we go. 3-1 series lead. Let's shut the series down and win our first Stanley Cup of hopefully many. Here we go. Game 5 in Alberta. First period, 1-0 lead for the Stars. Mason Marchment is going to score on Pekka Pasta. Second period, we are actually trailing 2-1. If we tie that game up, Pekka Pasta is going to hop in and do his thing. But we need one of these great players to finally pot one and find the back of the net on Jake Ottinger. 37 shots, only 1 goal. That is just not going to cut it. No way. Sammy Steele basically puts this game. Wait a minute. Not out of reach. Leon Draisaitl back to within 1. 5 minutes to go. Come on, Alberta. Just find one. Find one in the final minutes. We now move to Dallas for game number 6. First period, 2-1 lead. Second period, 4-1 advantage. Absolutely beautiful. The Alberta Moose are doing their thing, and Pekka Pasta, it is your time to shine. Here we go. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remain in a 4-1 game for the Alberta Moose. Unfortunately, we're not going to win on home ice. That's probably the only disappointing thing right now, but year number 1 so far has been a success. Obviously, there is a possibility of a historic collapse here, but not with the greatest goalie of all time. And Pekka Pasta, well, never mind. Sammy Steele makes it a 2-goal game. Well, that was definitely not a great first impression whatsoever. If you are new here and haven't seen my Be a Pro series, sometimes shit like that can happen. But right now, we got less than a minute to go with the greatest players of all time just doing their thing in the offensive zone. I'm not worried at all. Empty net for the Dallas Stars. Heiskanen doesn't get a shot on net. It has been a few days since I played goalie. I'm not using it as an excuse. We got to get the job done here. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Nick Lidstrom. There we go. Second of the night. And that will pretty much seal the deal for year number 1. Less than 20 seconds to go. Crosby coming in the zone. I mean, we don't need any more goals, boys. We just need to seal the deal on this game. Granlund over the Sagan. No shot to be had. Haven't even made a single save in this third period. And I guess I didn't have to with our team putting up 5 goals tonight. And in year number 1, we're going to take care of business, and we are going to go all the way and win the Stanley Cup as the greatest team of all time. Probably just had the greatest season of all time, but this is only first of many more cups to come. as we are very early and beginning in our story with the Alberta Moose. Dominated our way through the playoffs. We didn't go undefeated. That could be a goal that we strive for in the future seasons, but I can't complain. It was a pretty easy playoff run overall. We dominated Dallas in 6 games. Should have got it done on home ice. We will do that eventually. The Conn Smythe Trophy will end up going to Cale Makar, the best defenseman in the NHL today. Only 2 goals and 20 points. But honestly, our offense was probably like spread out through a multitude of players. And there it is, Lord Stanley being presented in Dallas. I can't wait until we win it on home ice. But right now, our captain, who is Connor McDavid, is going to come up for the first time ever, raise the Stanley Cup as a Stanley Cup champion. And you know who he's going to pass that cup off to. Like, come on now. Lepeka Pasta came in, allowed a goal. I don't think I made a single save in the 3rd period, but don't worry. This is going to be a long video. This is going to be a long run that Alberta is going to go on. And I will prove that I am the GOAT of all goaltenders. Playoff-wise, Cale Makar did lead our team in scoring, but as I mentioned, a lot of players were in double digits. Probably a NHL record for one team having more players in double-digit scoring, and for goaltenders, Pekka Pasta was decent, 16-3-0, had 1 shutout, a .916 save percentage, but he's going to be better than that in the future years. Braden Point is going to take home the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. Maurice Richard will go to Mario Lemieux, the Norris, to Cale Makar, and the Conn Smythe, the Vezina, to Pekka Pasta, even with the .909 save percentage that he did have, and Connor McDavid from Edmonton is going to win the Selke. We come back the very next season and put up a dominating record of 69-11-2, 140 points. So definitely a step back compared to last season. And obviously not every year we're going to win 70 plus games, but we're still the best team in the league, still won the President's Trophy. Lemieux is going to be our best player this season, 59 goals, 109 points. McDavid had 103, Gretzky with 99, very fitting for him, obviously. Nikita Kucherov had 86, Nathan McKinnon was damn good himself. And for Pekka Pasta, had a much better season, 51 wins, 6 losses, 2 in overtime for 8 shutouts, and a .919 save percentage. McDavid from the Oilers going to lead in points for the entire NHL with 112, and for the most goals, that's going to go to Lemieux, who had 59 on the season. Obviously, Pekka Pasta led in wins for goaltenders with 51, and he also is going to lead in shutouts with 8. And this time, we are going to play the Columbus Blue Jackets in the first round of the playoffs. Obviously, we steamrolled our way to our first Stanley Cup, and hopefully many more to come. The Alberta Moose, dominant as per usual, 5-1 to start the postseason. We swept in the first round against Columbus. Right now, we are leading the Florida Panthers. Actually, never mind. Now we are leading 3-2. Can we end the series? There we go. Off to the conference finals. Up against the New Jersey Devils, who are a very young team. Oh my God, we won 10-0 in game number 1. Goddamn, New Jersey. Y'all got blown out of the building, and now you're down 3-1 to Alberta. And that is going to be back-to-back Stanley Cup finals for the Moose as we try to repeat as champions, and we play the Winnipeg Jets in the Stanley Cup finals. The team that won the President's Trophy in real life has a good goaltender in Connor Hellebuck, at least in the regular season. Oh my God, 11-0 in game 3. Here we go again on the road trying to win the Stanley Cup. 3-0 after the first period, 3-0 after the second. So Winnipeg's not out of it yet. I mean, there is time for them to come back in this game, especially if I hop in. That's probably giving them more than likely a chance to come back. 10 minutes to go in the 3rd period. No Pekka Pasta, no problem. I did not need to hop in whatsoever. We just dominated Winnipeg 4 straight games, sweeping them in the Stanley Cup Finals to go back-to-back to start our march for however many Stanley Cups that we are going to win in a row. I'm praying it's at least 5. I mean, I'm shooting for the stars, land on the moon type beat. And right now, we are off to a perfect start in our NHL tenure. The Alberta Moose are 2 for 2. Dominating the oppositions. I really don't know if anybody's going to be able to handle us. McDavid's going to end up winning that Conn Smythe Trophy. 11 goals, 29 points for the kid. And there it is, the Stanley Cup being raised yet again on the road. We got to win the Stanley Cup one of these seasons on home ice. I'm praying it happens. It has to happen. I'm tired of seeing us on the road celebrating in a different barn. As yet again, McDavid, for the 2nd time in his career, 2nd time in as many seasons, going to raise the Stanley Cup. He's a 2-time Cup champion, and he's going to pass it off to the backbone of this hockey team, which of course is none other than Lepeka Pasta. Back-to-back seasons, probably going to win the Vezina again, back-to-back Stanley Cups, and his march to greatness will indeed continue. McDavid's going to lead our team this time. 11 goals, 29 points, carrying our squad. Not really, though. McKinnon chipped in very well. He would end up having 28 points and 12 goals. Lemieux had 24. Gretzky was very good. We had like 5 20-point scorers come playoff time. And then the best goaltender of all time, 16-1-2. I had 4 shutouts and a .933 save percentage. Ted Lindsay will end up going to Mario Lemieux, as well as the Maurice Richard, the Art Ross to Connor McDavid. Lemieux will win the Hart. The Norris is going to go to Quinn Hughes, who is still on our roster. Also, Connor McDavid won the Conn Smythe. Pekka Pasta, back-to-back Vezinas, and Sasha Barkov will win the Selke. Now, I am very curious to see how many Stanley Cups we can win consecutively. Right now, do not cheat. Put it in the comments below. How many cups do you think the Alberta Moose will win in a row? And of course, if you guys are new here, enjoy my videos or my live stream, subscribe to the channel as we are on our way to 50,000 subs. Again, we are going to win 70 games, 72 to be specific, 9 regulation losses, 1 in overtime for 145 points. We are going to win the President's Trophy pretty much every single season. I would be shocked if there's a year that we do not win it. Nathan McKinnon, surprisingly, nobody even on our team had 100 points, so that is how spread out our offense truly was. Mac Daddy had 98. We got Gretzky with 95, McDavid 88 and 43 goals. For Pekka Pasta, 52-5-0 with 10 shutouts and a .925 save percentage. Jack Hughes on the New Jersey Devils going to win the Art Ross, leading the league in scoring with 101 points. On the goal side, it will be Kirill Kaprizov with an even 50. Obviously, for goaltenders, Pekka dominated. 52 wins, 10 shutouts, leading in both categories. Oh, and he also had the best save percentage out of any starting goalie in the league. We are going to play the Philadelphia Shitty Flyers in round number 1 as our quest for third straight title is on the horizon. 6-1 to start our playoff run. We dominated a gentleman's sweep in the first round. Florida does get a game against us right now, but we do end up eliminating them in 5 games. Conference finals up against the biggest frauds in the entire league in Toronto. Let's see what we can do. Up 3-0 right away. Dominate them. Sweep the Toronto Maple Frauds in the conference finals. And who are we going to play in the cup finals? Again, a rematch of year number 1 up against the Dallas Stars. I don't know what it is about winning on home ice, but it seems almost unlikely at this point, as we did end up losing game 2, and I thought we would rally off 3 in a row, but we lost game 4, won game 5, and now in a pivotal game number 6 on the road, Stanley Cup in the building. Let's see what we can do. First period, a 1-1 tie. Second period, absolutely dominant 6-1 hockey game. Like, what is there to say? I was hoping I'd actually have some close games that I could hop into and potentially propel our team to a Stanley Cup victory, but right now, that is just strictly not needed. Well, this is definitely a blowout game. Shots are 45-29, but I want some action, man. I want to be able to come in here and just strictly dominate as a goaltender, and right now, I mean, with the team that we have in front of me, it is very hard to find a close game. It's very hard to find a Stanley Cup victory on home ice as well. Crosby over to Makar, ripping one, doesn't even get it on net, though. 1:35 left to go in this period. I mean, the game is pretty much set in stone. Jamie Benn loses that puck. Pekka Pass is going for it. I'm going for a goalie goal. Fuck it. 6-1 hockey game. Oh, no. Oh, no. Johnston misses the wide open net. What a little bomb of a thing, mate. How do you miss a wide open net when I wasn't even covering? Mason Marchment. Back to the blue line. It's out of the zone. 44 seconds remain here in regulation in game number 6. I mean, Dallas actually played better than they did 2 years ago. But again, they're going to have to fall victim to the greatest hockey team that has ever been created. Cale Makar pretty much adding insult to injury. Second of the night. This is over. The Alberta Moose, for the 3rd consecutive season, will go all the way and win the Stanley Cup. That is a 3-peat to start off the video, wreaking havoc across the National Hockey League. And I mean, are we really surprised? This is the greatest team of all time, backstopped by the greatest goalie of all time. And we have been nothing short of perfect thus far here in the video. As we go on, defeat Dallas in 6 games. They gave us our toughest series thus far, but I'm sure we'll probably have a Game 7 at some point. Connor McDavid, he is going to win another Conn Smythe trophy, 13 goals, 26 points. I'm praying one of these times Pekka Pasta can be the Conn Smythe winner, and yet again, on the road, the Alberta Moose, unfortunately, they are not going to be able to celebrate in front of their home fans. Second time in 3 years winning in Dallas, as McDavid now is a 3-time Stanley Cup champion. And for the 3rd season in a row, he's going to hand it off to the best goalie ever in Pekka Pasta, as he is a 3-time Stanley Cup champion in his 3rd consecutive season. McDavid with 13 goals, 26 points. McKinnon had 23. Lemieux with 22. Makar had 16. So it was more so a three-man carry job. And then Pekka Pasta, he was solid. He wasn't amazing. Wasn't horrible. Had a .916 save percentage. Nathan McKinnon is going to win the Ted Lindsay and Hart Trophy. Art Ross to Jack Hughes. Kaprizov to Maurice Richard. Quinn Hughes going to win the Norris. McDavid the Conn Smythe. Pekka again with another Vezina. And Barkov with the Selke. Alberta is going to end up going 74-7-1, 149 points. Yet again, our dominant usual selves, as that is 4 President's Trophies in a row. Lemieux is going to be dominant yet again, 59 goals, 103 points. McDavid had 103, McKinnon 102, and Cale Makar as a defenseman, 17 goals and 100 points. Pekka Pasta having arguably his best season to date, 61-4-0 with 7 shutouts and a .922 save percentage. Kirill the Thrill Kaprizov, him and Mitch Marner are going to tie for the most points in the league this season with 107, and on the goal side, Mario Lemieux has been dominating as the best sniper in the NHL since this video began. Pekka again, I mean, a 61-win season will never be done again in NHL history, alongside 7 shutouts. Mackenzie Blackwood did end up having more, and for the best save percentage, that will go to Connor Hellebuck. And now in round number 1, yet again, just like season number 1, we play the Ottawa Senators as we try to go 4 in a row, just like the Islanders back in the 80s. All right, round 1 against the Ottawa Senators. Let's see what we can do. More than likely, probably a 4-game sweep. We shut them out in game 1, dominated the first 3 games, sweep them, move on to the second round to play the Florida Panthers, who have been absolutely terrorized by us for the last few seasons. We end up sweeping them, starting out 8-0, and we got the Habs in the conference finals. I wanted to go 16-0. That's not going to happen. They ended up beating us in game 3, 4-3. And now in the Stanley Cup finals, we are going to have the pleasure of kicking the ass of the most hated hockey team in the league, in the Vegas Golden Cheaters. They actually won game 3. Can we win game 4, please? 4-1 victory in game number 4 on home ice with the opportunity to win the Stanley Cup. Come on, Alberta. First period, a 3-1 lead for the Golden Knights. Second period, all right, it is a 1-goal game entering the third period. All right, here we go. Third period time. I'm hopping in as Pekka Pasta. We are down by 1 on home ice to win the Stanley Cup. Can we do it? I mean, I got an absolute loaded God squad here. McKinnon coming in. Why is Nathan McKinnon wearing the number 10? I do not even care. Mario Lemieux. Back to Nate Dogg. Back to the blue line to Lidstrom. And I can actually tell my team to shoot the puck too. Back to Makar. Over to Lidstrom again. And there we go. Nick Lidstrom's 4th of the playoff run will tie things up at 3. Beautiful, man. The towels are spinning. The crowd is on their feet. And we got ourselves a tie game here in Alberta. Connor McDavid moves it on over to Nathan McKinnon. What a squad we got here. Look at this. EA, take some notes out of playing as positionally locked as the goaltender. Let me control the strategy adjustments. Right now, I want all out. I want to go for another goal. I want to win it in regulation. Lemieux, back to the point. Over to Makar. Finding Lemieux. That's a trip referee. Come on, Zebra. You were looking at the play right there. Mark Stone coming in the zone. Over to Shea Theodore. Alex Pietrangelo. Nice save by Pekka there. I am absolutely dialed. 14 minutes to go in the third period. We got ourselves a tie game with the potential for the first time in the video to win the Stanley Cup on home ice. 1T by Gretzky gets blocked out in front. Come on, Crosby. Come on, Sid. Sid, what are you doing, Crosby? Crosby, come on, brother. He's going to win that puck. Oh, my God. He's losing it to Jack Eichel. Maybe the age is catching up to Sidney. I mean, he's not a kid anymore. Pietrangelo walking in over Eichel. Rebound. I'm ready for it. Cale Makar moves it up to Sid. We got our second liners out there on the ice right now. Come on, Pekka Pasta. You know what to do, buddy. You are the heart and soul of this foundation. Nice save there by Pekka. I'm going to play that puck. We got 9:40 left to go in the third. Let's see what we can do. Gordie Howe, no helmet out there. Oh my God, Gordie Howe. Was that Tomas Hertl that just got buried? I mean, put that dude in a cemetery. Gordie Howe is definitely not to be messed with. He's old school, baby. Nikita Kucherov coming in for our team. Saucing it over. Oh my God, Quinn Hughes. What were you thinking, dude? All right, Dorofeyev coming for Vegas. I mean, Gordie Howe's a monster out there right now. He is just laying the body. Actually, that was Bobby Orr. My bad. I'm getting the players with no helmets mixed up right now. Nicholas Waugh coming in the zone. Waugh centering it. Dorofeyev going back door, and Pekka Pasta was there. He followed the puck absolutely beautifully. Quinn Hughes, you got to get it out. Oh no, Quinn Hughes. Oh no, out in front. Pekka with the absolutely game-saving save. 4:29 left to go in this third period. White Cloud blasting it from the blue line. Hug that post, Pekka. You know what to do. All my years of playing goalie, I know exactly what needs to be done. They get full pressure in the offensive zone somehow with 3 minutes remaining. Hannafin loses it to the best player on earth. Connor McDavid. Move that puck, McDavid. McDavid, come on, dude. There we go. Delayed penalty, empty net. All right, I'll head to the bench. I will skate my fat ass to the bench here, Pekka Pasta. Get in there, dude. Get in the... Come on. Extra... Oh, I get to play as the extra attacker. Lemieux, back to me. All right, Makar, find me. Wayne Gretzky, the greatest of all time. Oh, my God. 51 seconds to go in the third period. We got a 2-minute power play. Bobby Orr walking in. Bobby Orr, the greatest defenseman of all time, will score. Give us the lead in the late stages of the third period. It is only his 4th of the playoff run, but none more important than that. When he walks into that and he absolutely sniped that shit bar down. That was a beautiful goal. That was an absolute rip by the AI, man. Bobby Orr walks into the slot, walks into the puck off the faceoff win from, I believe, Nathan McKinnon. No, that was Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl to Bobby Orr and bar down. My goodness. For sure, that had to be the greatest snipe I've ever seen the AI do in this game, but I got to lock in Dorofeyev. How? How does Dorofeyev just absolutely rip that top glove on me? Can somebody explain? I really don't understand how that one went in. Like, it literally, my glove was there, I was in good positioning, and I just whiffed on making the save there. All right, Alberta, we got to get another one here. I thought that last one was going to be enough, but for somehow, some way, and for some reason, the next shot literally is going to go in. If that's not the most EA thing I've ever seen, I don't know what is. 25 seconds to go. I really do not want overtime. I feel like OT would be very, very annoying. Dorofeyev loses it. Leon, is that going to be ice? I do not think that's going to be icing on the play. We got full attack, man. Full forward check. Get in there, boys. Why are we trapping up right now? Gretzky steals that. Nice, Wayne. Just loses. Okay. First off, Wayne Gretzky would never make that play, especially in 2025. 5 seconds to go. Well, we got OT on our hands here in Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Well, I did not think we were going to be here in overtime, but here we are. Game 5, Stanley Cup's in the building to win the cup on home ice. Come on, Alberta. All I need is one goal here. Nathan McKinnon coming in. McKinnon over to McDavid. McDavid blasting one. Got a little weird bounce there off the shin pads. I need our team to cook. McKinnon to Nick Lidstrom. Over to Lemieux. Backdoor McDavid again. Shin pads once again. I guess it doesn't matter how good of a team you have. The puck is still going to be attracted to the shin pads no matter who is shooting it. Cale Makar leading the body on the guy there. 17 minutes to go here in OT. Lemieux over to Mac Daddy. Nathan McKinnon. McKinnon trying to go short side, and he gets laid out by Adin Hill. Probably not the best choice of action there, McKinnon. Nonetheless, I'm going to do my job. Pekka Pasta, I mean, I can't really blame myself for that goal. I think that was 100% on the game and not my fault at all. Cale Makar over. McDavid firing, missing the net though. Cale Makar again. Down low to Leon. Leon out in front. McDavid, what a save by Adin Hill. And we know we are not headed to the power play. Instead, we got to kill off a penalty. Cale Makar down low to Barkov. Barkov, oh my God, Sasha Barkov had the Stanley Cup on his stick and he couldn't do anything with it. Riley Smith coming in, blasting one. Nice save by Pekka though. Is back to even strength now here in overtime. Halfway through the first overtime frame. Alexander Barkov. Nice toey. Another great toey. He loses it, but he regains it. It looks like we're going for a change. Barkov. Where are you going? Out in front. McKinnon getting absolutely stone cold robbed by Adin Hill. I mean, come on, McKinnon. You're like a 97 overall right now. There's no reason for you to be playing like this. Tomas Hertl loses that puck. Here we go. We got our big guns out there. Makar. Is our first line out there on the ice? Our first line should be out there in theory. Sasha Barkov over to McKinnon. Gets absolutely nailed, just like I nailed Sidney Sweeney last night. Riley Smith, where are you going? 7:50 remaining to go. Nicholas Waugh, slap shot, and an easy save by Pekka. 5:40 left to go here in overtime. Nice forecheck there. Leon, find Gretzky. Over. Coffee to Crosby, I guess. Sid, all right, right off the shin pads. I don't know why Paul Coffey wouldn't just walk down Main Street and potentially win the Stanley Cup for... what would that be? Our 4th win in a row? This is year number 4, trying to 4-peat just like the Islanders back in the 80s. But right now, we're having a tough time with the Vegas Golden Cheaters, man. Ever since we scored that goal, we have not been able to really generate any other offense. Gretzky loses the puck. I can't even change the lines anymore. I don't know why. Jack Eichel. Eichel, where's the puck going to be at? Jack Eichel shooting. No shot to be had. 1:20 left to go in this period. Come on, Alberta, man. We just need a goal. All we need is one. I'm praying. Wayne Gretzky, you've been out there for like 5 minutes, dude. Over to Leon. Leon Draisaitl, and Adin Hill's going to cover that one up. 50 seconds to go here in the third period. Can we create a turnover? There it is. There's the turnover. McKinnon, who are you giving that to, dude? The defenseman was not there. Why do you not shoot it? You're quite literally in the slot in the most dangerous position you could possibly be. McDavid loses the puck himself. This has just been sloppy hockey for the past little while here. Lidstrom again, trying to blast one. McKinnon, there it is! Connor McDavid, game winner, series winner, and 4 years in a row of the Alberta Moose going all the way as we are yet again Stanley Cup champions. And finally, we get to raise the Stanley Cup on home ice. I did my job in the third period. I did my job in overtime. And we got the job done. There was one little fluky goal. We're not going to talk about it because we still won anyways. And here in Alberta, the Moose fans are going crazy. The Conn Smythe again, third time in the video, will go to Connor McDavid. 7 goals, 26 points for the captain. And for the first time in the video, we are able to celebrate in front of our home crowd. The Moose faithful, finally, they've been waiting patiently to see this day, as we have won the Stanley Cup here in Game 5 on home ice. A gentleman's sweep in the Cup Finals, and McDavid now is what, a 4-time Cup champ? And finally, we are all just witnesses to the greatest goalie of all time, Lepeka Pasta. Take your victory lap, dude. 4 Cups in your career, about to be 4 Vezinas as well. McDavid only had 7 goals with 26 points. Nathan McKinnon with 10 goals and 23. Lemieux had 12 goals. He's been our best sniper throughout the entirety of this video. And Pekka Pasta, 3 shutouts, a .924 save percentage, and a 16-2 record. Connor McDavid's going to win the Ted Lindsay. The Maurice Richard will go to Lemieux. The Art Ross to Kaprizov, and the Hart to Cale Makar, as well as the Norris Trophy. Pekka Pasta is going to win the Calder. McDavid the Conn Smythe. Pekka the Vezina, and Sasha Barkov the Selke. I mean, 4 cups in a row, and we're still like a 70-win team pretty much every single season. 75-4-3, 153 points. Utterly dominant, and yet again, that is 5 President's Trophies in a row. McDavid's going to lead our team in scoring, 114 points. Lemieux had 107. Makar with 100. He's been really, really good, dude. He's a 97 overall, and he plays way better than Bobby Orr. We got Nathan McKinnon at 99. Leon with 94. And for Pekka Pasta, 59-4-2 with 15 shutouts and a .934. This is hands down by far my best season. McDavid's going to have the most points in the NHL this season with 114. And for the most goals, that would be none other than Lemieux with 57. He's led the league in goal scoring a lot of times throughout this entire video. Pekka Pasta, I mean, the greatest goaltending season of all time. 59 wins, 15 shutouts, and a .934 save percentage. And luckily for us, in round number 1, we get an easier matchup in the Detroit Red Wings, who surprisingly actually made the playoffs. The Alberta Moose are on cruise control right now. We got the Tampa Bay Lightning in the conference finals, trying to go to our 5th Stanley Cup finals in a row, and of course win our 5th in a row as well, as we are going to play the Colorado Avalanche, who do have Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar. There are duplicates being made for every single active player, so this might be a tough series. Well, unfortunately, the depth really just does not match up, man. We got 4 lines that honestly could be first lines on pretty much any other team. First period, 4-0 lead, 5-0 after 2, and I don't really feel the need to hop into this game. The Alberta Moose are going to win their 5th Stanley Cup in a row, sweeping the Colorado Avalanche in the Stanley Cup Finals. Utterly dominant start to finish. Arguably our best season thus far. I mean, even for Pekka Pasta, he had career highs in pretty much every single category. We ended up with, what, like 75 wins. We barely lost in the playoffs, and we absolutely destroyed Colorado in the Stanley Cup Finals. And yet again, Connor McDavid wins the Conn Smythe Trophy. I'm patiently waiting for the day that I get to see my glorious king, Lepeka Pasta, win a Conn Smythe in this video. It might not happen, but you can't help. You can't blame a brother for holding out hope, can you? Unfortunately, we didn't win on home ice. We got that done last year. We checked that box off. And there it is, the Stanley Cup being raised, and Give Your Balls a Tug Arena, as Connor McDavid again is the captain. Unfortunately, goaltenders cannot be captains in this game. Otherwise, Pekka Pasta probably would be wearing the C. And now Pekka Pasta, 5 Stanley Cups, 5 in a row on the greatest team of all time. Take a bow. McDavid with 10 goals and 24 points. Gretzky at 12 and 21. Makar, again, he's outproducing the best defenseman of all time in Bobby Orr, so that's very impressive. And for Pekka Pasta, just doing his thing. 15-0, 3 shutouts with a 924. McDavid's going to win the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. Lemieux will win the Maurice Richard, McCarthy, Norris, the Conn Smythe to McDavid, Vezina to Pekka Pasta, and the Selke. Oh man, we almost had a clean sweep on every single award. Yet again, another 70-win season, 71-7-4, 146 points, President's Trophies after President's Trophies. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments below, how many 70-win seasons did we have by the end of this video? This is the first time that the Great One's going to lead our team in scoring, 107 points. Also had the most goals at 55, so it was low-key, kind of a carry job. Leon had 94, McDavid with 91, Makar had 88, again, producing like an all-time great. And Pekka Pasta had the worst season by far of the video. Edmonton's McDavid is going to lead in points with 116. Also had the most goals at 61. For Pekka Pasta, he's still going to have the most wins at 49. For shutouts, he's not going to be at the top. It would be a tie between a bunch of goaltenders. And our quest for our 6th consecutive cup begins now in round number 1 up against the New Jersey Devils. 4-0 to start the playoffs. I think we've swept almost every single first round series we've played. Maybe 1 or 2 we had a gentleman's sweep, but we're 8-0 right now, heading to the conference finals against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And here we go. For the first time in the video, we are undefeated heading into the Stanley Cup finals. 12-0. What can we do? Oh my god, we're trailing 2-0 to Colorado. I did not see that on my forecast. Luckily, we win game 3. Can we win game 4? Yes, we do. Win game 5. 3 in a row. 3 in a row. And now in Give Your Balls a Tug Arena, we are going to have the potential to win the Stanley Cup yet again. First period, 1-1 tie. Makar and Gretzky. Second period, still a 1-1 hockey game. So I think this might be time for Le Pekka Pasta to hop in and have some fun. Well, never mind. There is no reason at all to hop in. We just got sandblasted like a prostitute in that third period. Hold up. It is a 1-goal affair. Leon and Lemieux gets us back in this game. 4-3 hockey game. Come on, Alberta. Tie it up and I'll hop in. Tie the game up. No. Oh my god. With 25 seconds to spare. And here we are. Overtime in game number 6. Somehow, some way, we have rallied off 3 wins in a row. Put Colorado on the brink of elimination. I mean, they were up 4-1 in the third period at some point, but then we just marched that comeback on their asses. Oh my god. What a save by Mackenzie Blackwood. And then it was none other than Wayne Gretzky, who ended up tying the game up with, I believe, 25 seconds to spare. Something insane like that. So here we are in OT. All it is going to take is just 1 shot on net to win this hockey game. McDavid, do you not know what offside is, brother? All right, lock in, Pekka. It's been a minute since you've had to come in relief and play the hero here in game number 6. Another potential cup victory on the road. I don't like that, but it is what it is. Oh, no, oh, no. Jonathan Drouin gets bodied, absolutely destroyed. Nathan McKinnon, where are you going to go? McKinnon up to Lemieux. Mario Lemieux, he's been an absolute sniper this entire video. McDavid trying to go top cheddar, but a nice blocker save by Blackwood. 15-16, left to go here in OT. Gretzky, why does Gretzky have blue blades? What is up with that? Oh my god, Bobby Orr, you got to shoot that puck. Over to Leon. There it is, Bobby Orr in overtime, and your Alberta Moose now are 6-time Stanley Cup champions, 6 in a row. And again, we dominate the Avalanche. I mean, they were up 2-0 against us, so technically it was our most challenging series. But we would go ahead, flip the tables, and rally off 4 in a row to reclaim our title as the best team in the NHL. Wayne Gretzky is going to go ahead and win the Conn Smythe Trophy. I mean, without his goal in the third period with 27 seconds to spare, we would not even be in this position to win the Stanley Cup in Game 6. We would have had to go back home for a Game 7. Which, of course, would have been the first time in this entire video that we would go to a Game 7. As there it is, the Stanley Cup being raised on the road yet again. We've only won the Stanley Cup 1 time on home ice. We already know that spiel, but that is 6 cups in a row. And it looks like, honestly, we might never lose. 6 Stanley Cup rings to his finger. Now he needs 2 of them to show them all off as Pekka Pasta is building an unbeatable legacy here in NHL 25. I mean, it's no debate this year. Wayne Gretzky was our best forward. 13 goals, 23 points. He was the best in the regular season and the best in the postseason, as Pekka Pasta only had a .911 save percentage come playoff time, so a little bit of a fade going on right now. Connor McDavid from Edmonton's going to have a clean sweep in all the awards outside of the Hart Trophy. The Norris will go to Cale Makar. The Conn Smythe, obviously, to Wayne Gretzky. Pekka Pasta still, despite a bad season, will win the Vezina Trophy, and Sasha Barkov will win the Selke. I gotta be honest, I don't know if we will ever lose at this point. 6 years in, we have won the Stanley Cup every single season, being dominant in pretty much every single one. Haven't even had to go to a single Game 7 yet. We're 9-0-1 or 9-0-2 to start the season. And we are looking primed to go ahead and win our 7th in a row. To be honest, this is probably one of our worst seasons of the entire video. Only 67 wins. We got 10 regulation losses, 5 in overtime for 139 points. We done our job. Still ended up winning the President's Trophy, but maybe not as dominant as the prior seasons. Nathan MacKinnon is going to lead our team in scoring with 102 points. McDavid had 101, and then a big drop-off. So our offense definitely was not as good this season. And for goalies, Pekka Pasta did his job. 47 wins, 8 shutouts, and a .918 save percentage. Braden Point's going to lead the league in scoring with 113 points. And on the goal side, Kyle Connor would end up taking that. Pekka Pasta won the most games out of any goalie with 47. And he also had the most shutouts at 8. Can't even lie, I feel pretty bad for Buffalo. They are our next victims, more than likely getting swept in the first round. Are we really shocked to see us in the conference finals? 8-1 record thus far as we play the New Jersey Devils. Oh my god, we actually dropped the first 2 games on home ice. We win the next 2. Do we win game number 5? Yes, we do. Can we put an end to the New Jersey Devils and move on to play the Minnesota Wild in the Stanley Cup Finals? Game 5 on home ice. We have the chance to do something we only did one time in this video. First period, how? How do we give up 4 goals in the first period? I just don't understand it. Second period, 6-3 It looks like the Alberta Moose. I'm not even going to lie. They're absolutely cooked right now. Yager, though, makes the 2-goal affair. We somehow, some way, 6 goals on 18 shots, Pekka Pasta. Why are you faltering in the Stanley Cup Finals? 7 minutes to go. It is a 1-goal game thanks to Nikita Kucherov. Can we tie things up before the game is done? We actually do with 35 seconds to spare. All right, yet again, another scenario here in the Stanley Cup Finals. In overtime, in game number 6 on home ice, we have the chance to win Lord Stanley in front of our home crowd and potentially win our 7th Stanley Cup in a row. Come on, Pekka Pasta. You know what to do. You've been good thus far. Not in this game. 6 goals before the end of regulations. Kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie. They had like 6 goals and 17 shots too, which is probably my worst performance of my entire career. Here we go. Cale Makar coming up the wing. Makar, toe drag. Oh my god, he did the splits! He looked like Bambi on skates right there. Over to Kaprizov. Kaprizov shooting. Why? Why did I kind of... Oh no, Marco Rossi. Nice save there by Pekka. I'm going to play pretty much everything. I'm not going to be afraid. If we go to a do-or-die Game 7, I will trust the sim engine to favor the much better hockey team, which I believe we are. Kirill over Marco Rossi. Rossi, nice save by Pekka. Put it out to the corner yet again. Nick Lidstrom up to Mario Lemieux here in overtime. We got to go all out here, Alberta. We got to go all out. McDavid and Philip Gustafsson will flash the leather. We got an offensive zone draw. Wayne Gretzky loses it, though. Brock Faber's going to corral the puck. And the Minnesota Wild, they are out of the zone. Gustav Nyquist, a toe drag release. Brother, you are not Bedard. Calm down now. Faber's in the corner. Eriksson Ek getting board played himself. Minnesota's had a few chances here in OT, but Pekka Pasta, Stone Cold robbed them yet again. Look at the shot differential, dude. We have 42 to get 6 goals, and they have 26. Why is a 99 overall goaltender simming that poorly? Nice. There we go, Gretzky. Counterattack over to Sid. Crosby waiting. Sid the Kid finding Gretzky, and he gets robbed by Gustafsson, but he stick lifts him beyond the net. No, Gustafsson's going to cover that up. 9:16 left to go here in OT. Or why, Bobby Orr? Why would you not absolutely bomb that away? Gustav Nyquist coming in the zone. I'm ready for it. Pekka Pasta is locked in. That's goalie interference. That has got to be goalie interference. No way. No call on the play. Left to go here in OT. Jake Middleton. Nice flashing of the leather by Pekka Pasta. Get out of the zone, boys. 7:25 left to go here in overtime of game number 6. Sasha Barkov, why are you getting bodied by Jared Spurgeon, who's like a foot shorter than you? Back to Foligno. Foligno bombs away, but Pekka Pasta makes the nice save. Quinn Hughes, get it out. Come on, boys. I need somebody to wake up here. Nikita Kucherov losing the puck. I don't like the way we've been playing. I really do not like the way we've been playing. Sasha Barkov. Barkov coming in. Can't get one there. All right, sloppy hockey back and forth. Pekka Pasta lock-in time. Ryan Hartman over to Frederick Gaudreau in the middle. I was ready for it, though. I was ready for that 1T attempt. Kucherov, you have no energy. Why can I not change the lines right now? I was able to do it earlier. Over. Ray Bourque. Ray Bourque! Oh, my God. He had the corner pick, too. Far side, low blocker. That would have been a snipe all day if that was me. Ryan Hartman's going to dump the puck in. All right. A little bit of dump and chase hockey here in overtime with a minute remaining in the first OT. Braden Point. Over to Kucherov. Kucherov, get off the ice, dude. You have no energy. Oh, my God. This is probably the sloppiest hockey I've ever seen. Coffee can't get a shot on net. I really do not understand what is going on right now. All right, we got to lock in. Kirill Kaprizov coming in the zone. Great D by Coffee. He loses, though. Kaprizov over. What a save by Pekka Pasta. Beautiful blocker save there on the 1T. That was a hard-ass one-timer, too. 30 seconds remaining here in the first overtime frame. This could be a very long game, especially if it goes the way it has this entire overtime. Yager, come on, Yaromir. You got to bury it, buddy. Braden Point to Lidstrom, and there it is. Nick Lidstrom yet again, his third of the postseason. And, of course, that is going to be 7 Stanley Cups in a row for the Alberta Moose, as we have been nothing short of magnificent. We go to overtime a lot, but man, when I hop into OT, I'm not allowing a single goal. Mario Lemieux is going to win his first Conn Smythe trophy of the entire video. 7 goals, 23 points. He was very good. I mean, he's been more so a goal scorer for us throughout the entirety of this sim, but shout out to him for getting the Conn Smythe. And there it is, the Stanley Cup in the building in Alberta for the second time in our franchise history. We get to win it on home ice as McDavid, 7-time Cup champ, the greatest player of all time now, possibly. Pekka Pasta did his job in the overtime frame. I mean, he was horrible in the sim, but nonetheless, when it mattered the most, I was the best goalie on the ice. Of course, Lemieux was our leading scorer with 23 points. We got McDavid with 14 goals and 19 points. Not a lot of offense, more so maybe Pekka Pasta. Let's take a look here. Oh my God, only a 900 save percentage. I don't even want to look at that. McDavid's going to win the Ted Lindsay, and the Hart Trophy is going to go to Nathan McKinnon, Art Ross to Braden Point, Kyle Connor to Maurice Richard. Bobby Orr is going to win his first Norris of the video. Conn Smythe to Lemieux, Pekka Pasta again with the Vezina, and Barkov again with the Selke. Low-key, it might have been a revenge season for Alberta as we went 74-5-3. We had a mediocre regular season to our standards last year. We recovered, winning in the playoffs, of course, and now we come back the very next year and absolutely dominate. Wayne Gretzky again leading our team, 55 goals, 103 points. Leon had 102, McDavid with 93, Lemieux had 91, Nathan McKinnon with 85. Everybody was very good on our squad. And for Pekka Pasta, 51-4-2, 11 shutouts, and a 918 save percentage. A great one will go ahead and lead the league in scoring with 103 points, and he's also going to have the most goals at 55. Meanwhile, our goalie, La Pekka Pasta, led in wins with 51, and of course, not even close for shutouts at 11. I can just quickly sim through all of these series because we are the greatest hockey team of all time. Only lost 1 game thus far, 11-1 record as we try to close out the conference finals. And again, a rematch of last season up against the Minnesota Wild in the Cup Finals. I mean, who the hell is going to stop this team? 3-0 lead up against the Minnesota Wild. First period, 2-1 lead. Second period, 3-1 lead. And it is about to be a sweep here in the Stanley Cup Finals. Go ahead, go to your closet, and grab those brooms. All right, this is a very interesting opportunity. I actually have the lead late in the third period. Only a 1-goal lead also, with 7:40 left to go. Let's see what I can do. Let's see if Pekka Pasta can do his patented no goals with a 1-goal lead in the third period. Lemieux coming in. Lemieux blasting it. Oh my God, McDavid ran straight into the post just like Tummy Ache Matthews did in real life. Over. Ray Bourque does not even get a shot on net. That was great defending there by Minnesota. We are all over the Wild right now. I feel a goal coming. I can smell a goal brewing here for the Alberta Moose. Full pressure. Oh no, I'm going for it. Pekka Pasta, do not worry, do not fear. I gotta bounce it off. No. Get it out. There we go. Beautiful feed up to my greatest teammate of all time, and Connor McDavid. 3:30 left to go here in the third. Kaprizov finding Jonas Brodin over to Marco Rossi. Back to Brock Faber. They're gonna blast one from the point here. I can't see where that puck's at. Luckily, it got blocked. Kaprizov, get up, you little bum. You little fucking weasel of a team. Get out of here, mate. There we go. We score on the other end. Nathan McKinnon with his 9th of the playoff run. 1:30 left to go here in the third period. Cale Makar leading the rush. We got that insurance marker, so a 2-goal advantage. Gretzky shooting, and Gustafsson is forced to cover that puck up. All right, less than a minute remaining in the third. We got a 2-goal advantage. We are all over Minnesota. We've played a majority of this third period in their zone, and again, Gustafsson's going to make the save. We got 43 to play, and Pekka Pasta has been perfect, baby. And I got an insurance marker lead, so that means if I even make a mistake, we are still not going to be tied in this hockey game. 43 seconds to go. Come on, Alberta. Y'all know what to do. 37 seconds left here in regulation. And game number 4. Get the brooms out because we're about to sweep the Minnesota Wild and win our 8th Stanley Cup in a row. They're emptying their net over Jonas Brodin, and Pekka Pasta flashes the leather. The great goaltender that he is, baby. 20 hard miles, baby. 19 seconds left in regulation. Minnesota is dead to rights. Ryan Hartman just trying to blast something on net, but it's not even going to get there. 10 seconds to go. Kaprizov back to Spurgeon. Blocked by Wayne Gretzky. Unbelievable. The great one laying down the block shots. And in 4 games in the Stanley Cup Finals, the Alberta Moose, they are going to go ahead and yet again win another Stanley Cup as we swept the Wild. That is number 8 in a row. We quite literally are the greatest stick and puck team of all time. We have the best forward group, the best goaltending tandem, the best defense core, the best fans in the league, the best arena in the NHL. Nobody has even come close. I mean, we had a few 6-game series, never gone to a Game 7 in our lifetime, as Cale Makar is going to win that Conn Smythe with 3 goals and 19 points. And there it is, the Stanley Cup yet again. I got 8 of those bad boys back, chilling at home, as the Alberta Moose are on a dynasty run right now. 8 in a row. We're going to make it 9 next year, and I think the magic number, honestly, is going to be 10. If we can get 10, I think I can call it there. I do believe wholeheartedly if Pekka Pasta can get 10 Stanley Cups in a row, he can go home, retire, and never have to play goalie ever again. Gretzky again leading our team, 7 goals, 22 points. The Lightning as per always, and Pekka Pasta back to prime form, 16-1-0 with 4 shutouts, a .937 save percentage, and a .159 GAA. Somehow Leon is going to end up winning the Ted Lindsay, but Wayne Gretzky will take home all the other major individual awards. Cale Makar is going to win the Norris, also the Conn Smythe. Vezina to Pekka Pasta 8 times in a row, and Barkov another Selke. Of course, the Alberta Moose are the best 70-win team of all time. They're also the only 70-win team in NHL history. We had 11 regulation losses, 1 in overtime for 141 points. I think Nathan McKinnon, this is his first time leading our team in scoring with 109 points. McDavid had 108, Lemieux with 100. A lot of great players were producing this season. And for Pekka Pasta, only a .909 save percentage, so definitely a down year. And he might not have actually won the Vezina because he only had 46 wins. I think that's actually the only determining factor, whether or not you win or don't win it in NHL 25. Nikita Kucherov will win the Art Ross with the most points in the league at 119 and the most goals. That will go to Braden Point, so Tampa Bay is scary and dangerous. Pekka Pasta will tie for the most wins alongside Jake Ottinger. And for the most shutouts in the league, it would be Le Pekka Pasta. So far, so good. A gentleman's sweep in round number 1. We move on to the Tampa Bay Lightning, up 2-0, up 3-1, dominate them in 5 games, move on to play the Carolina Hurricanes, who again are just going to be victims of the Alberta Moose. And now, yet again, for the 9th season in a row, we will play for Lord Stanley in the finals. We are up 2-0. Can we take a 3-0 series lead? We do, and a potential sweep on the horizon yet again. Here we go. Game 6 in Winnipeg. First period, 1-1 tie. Second period, 4-1 lead. This game, I gotta say, is kind of out of reach. I don't foresee Pekka Pasta having an absolutely historic collapse, as Sasha Barkov just adds insult to injury for the Winnipeg Jets. All right, here we are. 5:24 left to go in the third period. It is a 5-2 hockey game for the Alberta Moose. We're on the road yet again with the Stanley Cup in the building. I guess the good news is the Winnipeg Jets fans are finally going to be able to see the raising of the Stanley Cup, considering they've never done that in their franchise's history. 3:40 left to go in the third. Sid, I think he just rang it right off the post there, as Alberta going for 9 in a row. I think number 10, if we get 10 in a row, I think we can call it there and call it a very successful video. Kyle Connor coming in. Connor shooting. Nice save by Pekka. Get over to your post. Out in front. Another great save yet again. This is another way of me showcasing my goaltending skills here in NHL 25. Kyle Connor. Back to Josh Morrissey. Nice save by Pekka Pasta. We're going to play that puck, though. Mama ain't raised no ho. Less than 50 seconds remaining here in the third period. 47 seconds to go. It is a 3-goal lead for the Moose here in Winnipeg, probably the worst city to play in. I don't even know how they made the Stanley Cup Finals, but they got here off of a miracle run. Neil Pionk, I want the puck. Oh my God, I got to go for a goalie goal. If I get an opportunity in this season or potentially next year, I'm going to go for one. I haven't scored one this entire video. McDavid coming in, can't bury it. Neither can Nathan McKinnon. I mean, we don't even need another goal. That is 49 shots on net by Alberta, as we have been nothing short of dominant here in the Stanley Cup Finals. Cole Perfetti, what are you going to do? Perfetti blasting one. Doesn't even hit the net, though. What an absolute bum. Gabe Velarde over. No save needed there. And yet again, for the 9th season in a row, the Alberta Moose are going to go all the way, and they are going to win the Stanley Cup as we have swept the Winnipeg Jets in the Stanley Cup Finals. This is just an unbeatable force, an immovable object, the greatest team of all time, the greatest dynasty of all time. And again, why does Wayne Gretzky have blue blades? I don't understand who did that at EA Sports, but you are wrong. And Quinn Hughes, surprisingly, first time in the video, going to win the Conn Smythe with 4 goals and 20 points in the postseason. And there is Connor McDavid for the 9th time in as many seasons, coming to raise the cup as the captain of the Alberta Moose. And he's going to pass it off to his best buddy in between the pipes, Lepeka Pasta, the greatest goaltender of all time. Gretzky's going to have the best playoff run out of anybody on our team, but funny enough, Quinn Hughes going to win the Conn Smythe with only 4 goals and 20 points. Maybe he was just a beast defensively. Pekka Pasta, oh my god, dude, an .899 save percentage? Why was I so bad? Kucherov is going to win the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. Never mind, that was Connor McDavid with the Hart. The Maurice Richard will go to Braden Point. Cale Makar is going to end up winning Norris. We got Quinn Hughes as the Conn Smythe winner. Vezina, and there it is. Andrei Vasilevsky is going to win the Vezina. It was not Pekka Pasta. And Barkov again, the Selke. Well, here we are. We finally have gotten to the final season of the video. One more for ring number 10 in a row. Can the Alberta Moose do it? I believe they can. And at the end of our final season, we would end up going 74-8-0, 148 points. Yet again, that is 10 President's Trophies in a row. Maybe we turned into more so a defensive unit. And I mean, the stats don't lie. 53-6-0, 9 shutouts with a 921. Pekka Pasta was on something this year. McDavid's going to lead the league in scoring, 113 points, and he had the most goals at 55. Pekka Pasta had the most wins at 53, so more than likely he's going to win the Vezina, and had the most shutouts at 9 on the season. And in round number 1, if we take a look here, we got the New York Rangers in the first round of the postseason. We basically cruised our way to the Eastern Conference Finals up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. We lose game 1, win game 2, thankfully, and there we go. Another matchup up against Minnesota. Man, they would be a dynasty if it was not for this team. If Alberta did not exist, they probably would have 3 Stanley Cups in a row. Well, Minnesota is actually putting up a fight this year. We are leading 3-2 in the series heading into game number 6. First period, 2-0 lead, Gordie Howe and Connor McDavid. Second period, 4-1 stomping. And I believe that is going to complete the mission that we set out to do. Well, there's only 24 seconds to go here in the third period. I decided to hop in for one final time as we are going to go ahead, complete the challenge. Basically go on the greatest 10-year run in NHL history. This will be our 10th cup in a row as Cale Makar. He's not done yet. Blasting them by the netminder. 4th of the playoff run. There's nothing else to say. The Alberta Moose yet again get the job done. Ring number 10 in as many seasons as we have solidified the fact that not only are we the greatest team, but also the greatest dynasty in NHL history. We dominated the competition. Did not need to go to a single Game 7 in any playoff series in this video. And Minnesota, I mean, I feel bad for them, man. 3 Stanley Cups so far in the sim. They probably would have been a 3-time Stanley Cup winners, but they ran into the greatest team of all time. Wayne Gretzky's your Conn Smythe winner, 11 goals, 24 points for the great one. The sad news is we didn't get to leave on a high note on home ice, but I mean, we've won way more times on the road than we have at home. And it doesn't really matter. A Stanley Cup is a Stanley Cup. Connor McDavid is Connor McDavid. And the Alberta Moose are the goats of all goats. And for one final time, we get to see this beautiful, handsome fella go ahead and raise the Stanley Cup. Gretzky again leading us in the postseason, 11 goals, 24 points. Pekka Pasta was lethal as always, 16-3-1 with 3 shutouts and a .929 save percentage. As not only a 99 overall goalie did his job, but he did way more than that. in this video. Well, that is going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I would like to say thank you all for watching, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.